Spurs aren't Spursy anymore. That's the back page of the Sun. Grow up is the other headline as well. Poch rap his young side lack gusto, and Maurizio Pochettino looking frustrated indeed. Back page of the Mail is 8-0 and a picture of Anthony Gordon celebrating. Newcastle make history as 8 different scorers put blades to the sword. Back page of the Times, Rice gives Arteta an injury scare. We'll get to that in a second. And also the Mirror as well. We're not Spursy anymore. After Derby draw, Maddison insists that Tottenham won't bottle it ever again. A good picture of Son and Maddison doing their little Kodak celebration together. And don't forget, by the way, inside the Sun today, you've got the goals pull-out special. It has all the goals from the Premier League, the EFL and beyond as well, which is lovely to get through it all. Let's go to the Sun first. Grow up. Poch rap his young side lack gusto. Maurizio Pochettino has told his £1 billion Chelsea flops to grow up. Isabel Barker writing that in the Sun today. The youngster sent off gusto as well. Is there really like an experience issue in this team, or does it lie with a manager?
I think you've got to give him a chance, Pochettino. He's going to, he ain't going to have a magic wand suddenly. Pochettino goes in there. Suddenly Chelsea going to be right up there. It's going to take time to get the right balance. I saw a Chelsea team last year with lots of individuals, not as a team. So now he's got to get a team ethic there. And it will take time.
How much time? Because that's 6
Well, that's the
games
problem
now.
with Chelsea is how much time they give him, because everybody expects them to do a lot better straight away. And it's down to the owners and whoever to say, right, how long are we going to give him? Because the fans won't be happy. I'm sure at the end of the game there's lots of boos and that doesn't help. But, you know, Chelsea have been up there so many years, haven't they? Challenging, and suddenly it's all gone wrong suddenly. And, you know, the problem is, who takes over from Pochettino? Who are you going to get?
They need an actual winner, and I actually feel that Chelsea fans said that from the beginning. Someone with Champions League winning experience, and Maurizio Pochettino didn't have that. And of course then there was the rumours that he was still linked to Spurs as well, and then you look at the contrast between the way Spurs are playing and the way Chelsea are playing.
See, I thought it was a good appointment when he went in there. I thought he was a little bit unlucky at Spurs. He probably didn't have the ammo. But now he's got the ammunition, isn't he? So they're going out spending big money on big players, which he didn't have that at Spurs probably. I thought he got the best out of the Spurs players at that time. But
there is an element of naivety, I think, with this Chelsea squad, because there are young players. I mean, look at Nicholas Jackson. Was it 5 yellows in 6 games? He's now banned as a result of that. And, you know, that's only a headache.
It's a tough job.
Pochettino doesn't need right now, unfortunately.
Of course, and also Enzo as well looked a little bit frustrated, head dropped ever so slightly. You just wonder how the dressing room are feeling. And then they've got some experienced players in there like Thiago Silva, etc. So you wonder who's taking the bull by the horns and saying, come on, let's go. But for 6 games now, you wonder how much time Maurizio Pochettino will be given.
Who's the next couple of games they've got? They've got Fulham, haven't they?
They've got Southampton next. No,
Southampton?
that's a lie, not Southampton.
That might be the Carabao Cup, is that the...
It's not the Cup. Let me Google it for you.
They've got
Fulham,
Brighton in the Cup, then it's Fulham,
Brighton
Burnley, and then Arsenal.
Right, so Fulham and Burnley are huge games for them because they need to get points there. But
is there an element of
you can't keep sacking managers, can you?
I totally agree that Pochettino needs time, but is there also an element of there's no other distraction really for him, so he has to get this right, surely, because he doesn't have any European competition. Yes, there's domestic action, but there's nothing else.
They've got to have a good cup run. This is vital for him to get a good result in the cup.
Let's talk about Arsenal as well. Back page of the Times today. Rice gives Arteta an injury scare. Tom Alnott saying that Mikel Arteta was left cursing Arsenal's growing list of injuries after Declan Rice was forced off with a back problem. Yesterday in the North London derby, he said that he was saying he felt uncomfortable during the game. We assessed him at half time. He could not continue, so we had to change him. How much of a worry is that, Ray?
That is a bit of a worry. They've got quite a few injured. I know Natalie said before Brentford are in trouble as well with injuries.
We shouldn't.
But you know, if you look at Arsenal, you got Martinelli, Trossard, Partey's out. You've got Rice. It's a bit of a worry, and I just don't understand all these injuries. I really don't, because there's so many. They're really looked after now, players, aren't they? And I'm going back to my career. I can't remember being like 6-7 players injured at once. It's really weird. Whether it's the pitches, but they're a little bit more firmer now, I don't know. It takes its toll a little bit more. Maybe training's a bit more intense now, I don't know. But I just never seen in my era as many injuries in a team at that one stage.
And so early in the season as well?
Yeah, early in the season. I know the pre-season is very important. You've got to have a good pre-season to get you ready for the whole season. But I can't remember our teams having 7, 8 injuries at once. And they're so looked after now. Obviously, nutrition. They've got so many different people looking at what they do in training, and that's why I don't understand. Whether they're a bit more flimsy players now, I don't know. Because we was a little bit more tougher.
Dean Saunders has said that in the past as well. Like the difference now with all the care they've got, something's going wrong. Just on the subject then of the amount of injuries Arsenal have, the result yesterday.
Not just Arsenal. I'm saying Natalie said Brentford are
United as well.
Bare bones,
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
But does it worry you now at this stage of the season that Arsenal might not be able to close the gap to City?
Well, City are just too good at the moment. I just can't see past Man City at the moment, if I'm being honest. Liverpool might push him. Liverpool looking good. I think the changes they've made in midfield and a little bit more energy. Jurgen Klopp's a winner. You know that I think Liverpool maybe at this moment in time could be their closest rivals.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.